it's important to really get the layers thick. So it's important to have lots of stuff in between, so that when you do melt through the last surface, the last part of the sandwich, it actually has things kind of revealed inside the spaces, inside the holes, like craters. So what this is a layered plastic, lots of layers. Then I also used fabric and fiber, all kinds of fibers, and also I painted several times. I painted over the surface. But then the last layer was saran wrap. And saran wrap, being that it's a finer plastic, melts completely different. It melts pretty fast. So you don't use an iron because it'll just goo everything up. Not on your iron, but it'll goo everything up. But you do use a heat gun, and of course you could use your stencil gun or your soldering iron or your your wood burning tool or that thing that has all the different nibs that is specifically for fibers. I don't remember the name of it. But you could use that to cut in shapes. I didn't have that at the time, so I just, I didn't experiment with that at the time. However, I did use my heat gun, and I burned through the saran wrap, and you can see how it creates this interesting, really cool, organic, very unbelievably strange, crater-like material. So, of course, this can be used to make stones for earrings, or stones for shards, or surfaces that can be created like embellishment material, or just cutting squares out and putting it on canvas and using it as a canvas. Or you could also use it to, you can sew on this stuff, by the way. This stuff can be sewed on. You have to use a really strong needle, but you can sew on it. And of course you can just, frame these little things and call it art, because that's what it is. So anyway, so this is, like I said, this is where I work, and this is where I do various kinds of experimenting, and I think art is all about experimenting, and I really love just creating and experimenting with stuff. And so I'm always using very unconventional material in my work. I do want to show one more thing, and that is this book here. This is the book that you can pick up probably at the library, called Hot Textiles. She also has a website. She also has lots of YouTubes that she shows different techniques. There's lots of ideas for using the different materials that I have talked about, and also using your heat gun and your various heat tools to transform your material. So anyway, this is the joy of art, and I'm just going to give a wide view of my studio. You can see my studio at 139 East Pennsylvania and Southern Pines. I'm pretty much always open, and I plan to do adult workshops. I work with kids all through the year. I do special art camps during the summer. I do lots of other things as well. I do art parties, and I'm an artist, and so I can do commission work. And I consider myself more of a multimedia artist, which means I do lots and lots of things. I do paint and draw and all the traditional things, and I do portraits. But on the other hand, I also do lots of other kinds of work. And you can see my work both at Flows, which is also on Broad, and you can also see my work at Eve Avery, which is on Broad as well. And reach me at joyofartmsn.com. You can call me at 910-528-7283. Or just stop by. I'm planning on also doing some First Friday things and some art nights. And I'm also thinking very seriously of doing a fundraiser for wounded warriors. So I will be in touch, and you can see me on my blog or email me. And I appreciate your seeing my studio or watching me on in my studio. And I will be back. Thank you. Bye-bye.